Hello there and welcome. So today I am just going to sit here and get cozy. I have a magazine that I am going to flip through, and I have a cup of rosehip tea, very delicious. And I have a piece of blueberry pie. So I am ready to get cozy. So this magazine, Alt for damerne, everything for the ladies, is the one that my mother used to have a subscription on. It is a weekly magazine that came in the mail every week when I was a child. And I asked my mother if she kept all those gorgeous magazines from the 80s and the 90s, but unfortunately she got rid of those when she was moving. So it would have been great to have some vintage magazines, but this brand new magazine will just have to do for today. So on the cover of this magazine, we see this woman here. Her name is Natasha Krone, if you will. She is a famous Danish TV personality. She has hosted many TV programs. For example, the Danish Song Contest, probably about 20 years ago. You know, the one that goes on to the Eurovision Song Contest. And she still looks almost the same as she did 20 years ago. Quite amazing. Yeah. And in this issue, we will be looking at a big fashion number, the 10 most strong tendencies of the fall, and some summer foods, tomatoes on the menu, and the best styling for the summer. And there is a interior decorating section, sunshine and jungle fever. Okay. And there is 2 magazines in here. An extra health magazine on the back here. So let's see. So here is the health and fitness magazine that I got for free with this other one. So that is interesting. We will take that another time. And we will just take out this first magazine. Here it is. And I can see there's a beautiful Danish beach here in the background. Very summer vibey cover here. And it says here, extend the summer. Easy holiday food, culture tips, crosswords, and strong interviews. Yes. Okay, let's take a look inside. And let's just have a little piece of blueberry pie. So good. I made this in the weekend. I had guests, so it's always good to have a few leftovers. Okay, and I'll just have a little sip. Yeah. Good. Oh, and there's a fashion section here. All white, like I'm wearing today. All white. White is great for summer. It's good for matches the sunny glow that most people have here at the end of the summer. Most people look good in white in the summer. And there's gold jewelry that looks very good with the white. So I'll just read a bit. Do as Natasha Crone and extend the summer days with soft and lightweight knitwear. Match with loose beige pants and delicate gold jewelry. And here are some pretty nice jewelry, which aren't really all that expensive. I could definitely consider those. Yes. And here's a section about a woman who has created a famous TV show, I think it's a comedy show, comedy series, which I haven't followed, so I'm not going to read this section. Perny, the woman behind Perny. Yeah. The woman behind the Norwegian hit series Perny, which is also the Danish people also watch a lot. She has very strong wind in all fronts, and that worries her. That means she has a lot of success on all fronts, and somehow that's worrying to her. Okay. So the series is about Perny, which is about a divorced mother to 2 teenage daughters. Yeah. That sounds challenging. Yeah. I'm the kind of person that always imagines the worst. When things go well, I start to fear, when is it going to turn? Because it always does. Well, yes, if that's what she's manifesting, then of course. It's all about the mindset and the power of the mind. That is what I believe. So she has maybe some work to do on her way of thinking. Okay, and here is a section about theater, music, festivals that are going on. And I'm not going anywhere, so I'll just skip that. And here's a section about the best books to read at this time and the best movies to watch. I haven't been to the cinema, to the movies, for a very long time. Maybe that's... And usually when I go, it's not to watch adult films or films that I would watch. It is usually with my son when I go to the movies, and I usually watch animated movies. The last time I went to the cinema, I watched The Lion King with my son, the new animated, I think it was called Mufasa, actually, Mufasa. And it was a gorgeous, gorgeous movie. It was incredibly beautifully made. I can recommend that. I was deeply touched. I actually cried in that, under that movie. Very touching. Okay. On the big screen. So here is a movie. Eddington, it's called, and it has Joaquin Phoenix and Pedro Pascal in the cast. It's a weird and at times both a touching and hysterical movie about power abuse and people in a fictive American small town under the pandemic. Okay, a dark comedy, it says. I don't like to watch dark movies. I like to always watch things that lift my energy and vibe and makes me feel good. And anything that has to do with the pandemic, I just want to forget about it. Let's just forget those years. That was not fun. Scary times. So, I will not watch this. And streaming we like. So, Wednesday is coming back. Jenny Ortega plays the main part as the Addams family's sarcastic daughter in a spin-off series called Wednesday. Okay, and it's a murder mystery. Yeah. Are you into horror movies or fun? I think it's not actually horror. It's more like comedy. Comedy horror, if there's a genre called that. I don't know. Correct me in the comments if I say something wrong here. It's not exactly my favorite genre. So, and here's music, electro pop for your summer. Okay. Amy White, Big Shark Club, and Good Luck Kid. I don't know her at all. Amy White. I could search for her on YouTube, maybe. And here's things to experience for the summer. There's books to read, a good series, and beautiful ships between the 6th and the 9th of August, there is lots to experience in Esbjerg Harbor. Esbjerg Harbor. Tall ship races are coming by. Yeah, and I guess that's a little late, also a little too far away from here. But tall ship races, they did come to Aarhus some years ago, and so we've already been and seen that. A good experience, I would say. Yeah, really beautiful ships that you can experience, walk into, take pictures of, and some crosswords. Yes. Anna David here. She is a famous singer in Denmark, a Danish singer. Yes. And she's writing about something very sad about her father. And she's dealing with the sorrow of losing him, it seems, yeah. Okay, he had cancer. Very sad, very sad. Yes. Okay. And here's an ad. You can get 10 magazines for just 26 magazines for only 500 kronas. That is very, very cheap. I could consider that. That's a lot of money to save here. Yeah. And then they will just come in the mail. That's also convenient. So here are 10 strongest tendencies for the fall. So a fashion section here. And the fall is knocking on the door. But that doesn't mean necessarily goodbye to the summer's favorites. On the contrary, give your summer favorites new life in the season's updated wardrobe, where warm colors, sharp details, and a play with silhouettes dominate. We have collected 10 tendencies which define the fall, from brown nuances and silk dresses with a long lifespan and denim in a new way. Okay. So the first tendency for the fall is denim. Denim with a twist. So not just blue jeans or blue denim, but denim in different colors. There's green, a green corset or top here, and a brown red coat, denim coat, and a gray denim dress, amongst other things, yes. And number 2, tendency number 2. Say yes to barrel. This fall, you will find barrel pants everywhere, and with good reason. They are, with their voluminous form and tight ankles, a cool alternative to the classic jeans and pants. Okay, so apparently these kind of pants are called barrel pants. Yeah. And I don't know if I particularly like these at all. I think I'll pass. I don't actually follow strictly what's fashionable. If I just buy what I like. Some fashion tendencies I personally like, so I buy them, and that's that. So, and I also just buy things that are unfashionable. I don't really care so much anymore. That's the beauty of being in your 40s. You stop caring what people think. Yeah. And number 3, silver is taking the gold. Jewelry in silver is replacing the golden tones and gives a sharper, more futuristic appearance. Combine several chains, rings, and hoops for a modern layer on layer look, which encapsulates the light in the fall's low vibes, low moods, or not low moods, but dimmed moods, I guess. And the cooler wardrobe. I guess they mean cooler colors. Okay, so there are some beautiful silver jewelry here. And I like silver jewelry, especially because they're cheaper than gold and they don't transfer color to the skin like some gold jewelry do. Okay, so tendency number 4, stripes in new garments. Stripes get new energy with strong colors and graphic lines. You find them in patterns, which adds edge to the wardrobe and decorates both sweaters, skirts, and accessories. Choose them in fresh colors to light up the gray fall days. Okay. And here's a picture of a woman in, I think it's a crocheted little dress here. I would say it's more of a summer dress than a fall dress, but you know. Again, a person walking by, just staring. I mean, have some courtesy. My God, you don't just stare into people's homes like that. It's annoying. Oh my God. What do you think? I mean, if you see someone sitting and doing their own thing in their own living room. It's okay to glance a little look, but to just keep staring, I think that's kind of rude and annoying. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to get upset, but I'm a little annoyed. It's the second time today that this has happened. I mean, okay, back to the stripes. Yes, we have stripes. We have on sweaters, on hats, on all kinds of things. Yeah, and knitting season is coming up, so I guess it is time for maybe some striped knitwear. I have just started my first project already for the season, and I'm very excited about starting more. Yeah. So, 5, tendency number 5. The silk dress is not only for the summer. It can be carried into the fall with big knit sweaters, long boots, and trench coats. The the shining fabric creates an elegant contrast to the fall's heavy materials and dark colors. Okay, and here are some nice silk dresses. This one looks like a nightgown. And there's a nice floral one here too. I like floral dresses, if you hadn't noticed already. Yeah. But other than that, it seems kind of dark. I don't think you necessarily have to dress dark in the fall. I like to wear bright colors in the fall to light up the gray days. Yeah. So, tendency number 6. Keychains for your wardrobe. Keychains are not any longer only practical. They have become a fashion statement. Use them on bags, pants, and as decorative embellishment on your trousers. They create a raw personal touch and creates life in otherwise simple outfits. And here are some fun little keychains. Here, Snoopy, or Snoopy, the dog Snoopy. And tendency number 7, short and good. The short jacket with collar is genius for layer on layer looks. In the changing weather, use it over the dress, the knitwear, or the shirt with high waist pants. And there are some nice short jackets. And number 8, sneakerinas. I guess that is something like that, sneakerinas. A mix of ballerinas and sneakers. Sneakerinas. I hadn't heard that before. we have brown is the new black as tendency number 9. Brown is one of my favorite colors to wear in the winter or in the fall. The golden and brown, orange, the fall colors, I really like those. So luckily I have some really gorgeous long brown suede boots that I got last year. I can show you that one time. And tendency number 10. Wild with crazy about wild. Leopard, zebra, snake print is back, and this time in new colors and combinations. Use animal print as eye-catching accessories or in a full look for the brave. Yes, that's me. As you know, I have animal print dresses and bodysuits. If you've seen one of my latest videos. Yes. Oh, and I like this cow skin fur bag here. Unusual. Yeah. Blackout. So black dresses, black. I don't wear black ever, actually, only for funerals. So I'm just going to skip this section. Just a lot of black clothes. Black. And 4 colors with favorite status. A lot of color here. So, sage green. Green comes in many nuances, but we especially see the dusty version with the name sage. So fine, so flattering, and easy to use again and again. And I completely agree. I love sage. It is one of my favorite colors too to wear. And I think it goes well with summer. Although I haven't seen it anywhere this summer. I wanted to find a green dress, but I couldn't find one. And then we have here light blue. I think that's also very much a summer color. But I really do like blue, actually, and I have worn it a lot more lately than I ever have. Yeah, so then we have Bordeaux. That's a real fall-like color. Yeah, Bordeaux. It's a nice color, but it's a little dark for me. Yeah. And then we have baby pink. Yeah. Not the best color for me, actually, but maybe the dusty pink here. That's more me. Yeah. And the editor's favorites. Perfumes, clothes, and boots, and bathing suits. No, this is actually not perfume. This is nail polish, orange nail polish, which I actually got recently here. It's nice. Yeah. And a flower brooch. I like that. I want to get one of those. I haven't got a flower brooch, but I saw one in a store recently, but I didn't buy it. Okay, so here's a section about a woman who is showing her wardrobe. Gudrun Marie Smith. She says, "My clothes is my language." And she is a writer and a journalist and an editor at Eurowoman. And a couple of years ago, she inherited a wardrobe from the previous fashion editor at BT, Ulla Lidemann. And she has written a book which is called Sting Saksbegær. Yeah, about this wardrobe and the stories behind them. Looks like there's a lot of beautiful outfits. And here she is in a beautiful polka dot dress. This polka dot dress is an old flamenco dress, which she once bought in a second-hand store in Andalusia. Wow, I would love to own a dress like that, but I don't think it's easy to find. So, she really loves her clothes. It's like her passion and her joy. Yes. Oh, there it is in full figure, the dress. Unfortunately, that photo is in black and white. It's a shame. Okay, and now I'll just skip this section. And here is a interior decorating section. Sunshine and Jungle Fever in Brønshøj. Brønshøj is a town in Sealand, the island. Anya Colby loves the color yellow and green, and lots of plants. So that is how she has decorated her villa in Brønshøj. Come inside into a creative workplace and family home where the sun is almost always shining. Yeah, I guess because of the yellow colors. Yeah. So, and very yellow kitchen too. I do also like yellow a lot. But for the home, I would like more calm colors. That makes me relax more. So kind of dusty rose and dusty green colors are my favorites, and also beige and light colors. I think that gives a lot of calm and ease to the living space. Yeah. So I wouldn't use this strong yellow color. Maybe as small accessories, like a little pillow. But I would probably choose a warm curry color more than a kind of sharp yellow like that. So more green and yellow. Yeah. And a beautiful yellow couch here, or sofa. Yeah. And she also wears yellow cardigan. I like that yellow cardigan. I would like to find one. Maybe I'll knit one. I've never knitted a yellow cardigan or sweater, actually. And here, bathroom and bedroom. Bright, bright colors. For the bedroom, I prefer more neutral colors to make it more calm and relaxing, personally. So here is some inspiration for shopping if you would like to live like this woman. Yeah. And now some foods. Crazy about tomatoes. Yes, tomatoes, they do taste wonderful, especially homegrown from the garden. It is seasoned for that, so that's wonderful. When you eat a tomato, it has to feel like an explosion of sun and summer in your mouth. In my childhood, I learned to appreciate tomatoes in all their simplicity. A good, mature tomato with a pinch of salt, but the root fruits, as it actually is, are also good in many different dishes. Find inspiration here. Yes. Small focaccia bread with feta and herbs. Yes. Yeah. And there's recipes for all of this. And here's something I will like to make. Creamy tomato soup topped with burrata. Okay. That looks delicious. I like to make soups, especially in the fall and the winter. I pretty much make soup every other day. It just warms up the body. It's healthy. It's delicious. Yeah. But in the summer, I don't eat a lot of soup. So it's time. It's soup season again. Very soon. Tomato party with mozzarella and nectarine. Okay, so this dish is called, they call it tomato party. Okay, looks very good. And spicy chicken meatballs in tomato sauce. Oh. That could be a fun variation of the traditional spaghetti bolognese. You could make these instead, maybe. I think that's would be something my son would like too. Yes. Good ideas and good recipes. Oh, and here is a tomato pie with caramelized onions and anchovies. Wow, that looks so good. Very good. I will try that too. And we have a Mediterranean Sea-inspired dish with salmon, lemon, and tomatoes. Baked tomatoes taste so good and they are so healthy. I prefer tomatoes baked in the oven. Yes, and here's something about how to make marmalade and stuff. We'll just skip that. I don't really have time for that, but yeah, it is the season for that. Trying to stay off all the sweet stuff. The sugar is not good for me. So here is my favorite section, the horoscopes, as the very last thing. So let's just read the horoscope for Pisces. And I can see that there are 5 hearts here, and that means that it's a very good week for Pisces, which is my sign. So, yes, there's a lot of fun around you. And if you wish to date, then you have good chances of an exciting meeting. If you have a partner, it is time for a little extra dance or maybe a romantic night out. Work-wise, there is a case that you will have to look into one more time. Put on some music. Yes. And that sounds pretty good and exciting. So, and the 5 stars mean that this week will be super good. Super good. So, yeah, it can't really get any better than that. So, how wonderful. So, thank you so much for joining me in this cozy little flip through of this magazine. I hope you want to join me again for the next one. And have a good sleep, have a good day, and I'll see you again very soon. Goodbye.